Shalom, shalom. It's your man's OG Obadiah coming to you with another video. And we're going to talk about today is the flat earth. I got a couple of videos that I'm going to share with you. I believe by default, if you believe in the globe earth, then you believe we come from monkeys. And also that you believe in the Big Bang Theory and also evolution. And that the Most High didn't create this earth, right? So I'm going to get right into it with this video, with this first video.
Ooh, we might have done it again. We may have solved a biblical mystery. And whether you're religious or not, this affects you too. If you would have told me even a year ago that I would one day be a flat earther, ooh, I would have laughed at you so hard. But over the past few months, my world has changed. My flat world. As has the whole world itself, in many, many ways. But if you haven't noticed lately, people are beginning to open their eyes. Fresh off the heels of accusations to NASA that they have been faking and fraudulently sharing videos of the ISS, using green screens and harnesses and invisible wires to fake footage that is actually filmed in a pool, along with recent proof that the moon landing never happened. Buzz Aldrin himself has even said, hey, that didn't happen. We filmed it right here in a studio, safely with feet on the earth. Couple all of that with the 6 doppelgangers of the 7 deceased Challenger shuttle members who are out there living their best lives. Same faces, same names. Guys, the Bible states clearly there's a firmament above us, an impenetrable dome. In fact, it is so important it is right there on page 1 of the Bible. God created a firmament above the earth to separate the waters from the waters, and he called the firmament heaven. So if there's an impenetrable dome above us, space travel is virtually impossible. Many believe that NASA was formed as a diversion to keep people from nosing around from Admiral Byrd's discovery down by the South Pole. Admiral Byrd discovered land, lots of land, undiscovered land, down by Antarctica. But sadly, after his television interview explaining this, Byrd passed away. A year later, NASA was formed. A year after that, the Antarctic Treaty was signed by all 12 countries, making exploration impossible. Well, that seems suspicious. Many believe that Antarctica is actually an ice wall, a total circumference around all of our continent, keeping waters of the oceans in place. There are multiple maps just like this that depict a potential truth of what our world really is. There we are in the middle. Just beyond our ice wall lie other continents and another ice wall surrounding them. Beyond their ice wall, more continent and another circular ice wall. There are also maps like this one, showing multiple continents with ice walls around it that cover the surface of Earth, with one large ice wall at the end of it. There is not one single reference in the Bible that the earth is round, but there are references to things such as, and I placed the earth on its foundation. You can't really put a foundation on a sphere. The 4 corners of earth are mentioned multiple times. I don't care how many times I spin a tennis ball, I cannot find 4 corners on it. But when I said, I discovered something in Book of Enoch that just might clear all of this up and answer our questions right now. Chapter 27, God said to Enoch, as he was explaining and describing how he created the earth, and I commanded that there should be taken from light and darkness, and I said, be thick. And it became thus, and I spread it out with the light, and it became water. And I spread it out over the darkness, below the light. And then I made firm the waters, that is to say, the bottomless, and I made foundation of light around the water, and created 7 circles from inside. And imagined the water like crystal, wet and dry, that is to say, like glass. Well, I don't know about you, but that's a really good way to describe ice. Wet and dry water, like glass. Chapter 28. And then I made firm the heavenly circle. I collected the sea in one place and bound it together with a yoke. And I said to the sea, behold, I give you your eternal limits, and you shall not break loose from your component part. He clearly told Enoch he made 7 circles of ice to keep the waters of earth within. And I think now we have our answer.
Now that was a video. She said a lot of things in this video. For one, a lot of people are opening up their eyes. A lot of people are thinking like, wait a minute, did they really land on the moon? On the moon? Excuse me. Did they really land on the moon? And if they land on the moon, why they can't go to the moon? Now, because the technology that they use to go to the moon, they destroyed it. And it's impossible to make it again. It's hard to make it again, rather. If we've been told lies our whole lives, since the day that we got here in America, why should we believe that they land on the moon? Why should we believe in this outer space? Where is this outer space in the Bible? I would like to know. So if I can get anybody to comment on this subject, you're more than welcome to comment on this subject. I will have some more questions to ask, so you can comment on this subject. Let's get to another video.
East, which is this way, or west. Now check out the compass. Where's it pointing to when we're going this way? West, right? All the way around, it's pointing west. And you can look it up yourself. We can only circumnavigate the earth from east to west. Nobody ever in history has ever circumnavigated the earth north to south, which means if you start here in the North Pole, you cannot circumnavigate around back to the North Pole by flying over the south, because there is no south. They don't want you to know that, so that's why it's called no-fly zones, and you're not allowed to circumnavigate over what they call Antarctica, which is not really Antarctica. It's an ice wall and it ends there, and that's why they ban you from flying over it, because you'll know once you get there you can't fly over it. I mean, it's really, really common sense. Now pay attention as we turn the flat earth map into a globe. Pay attention to the continents. They are still positioned north, east, west, and south. And take a look at the ice wall. What's it become when you turn it into a ball? It becomes the Antarctica. And if you'll notice, it's south of all the continents, just like the ice wall is south of all the continents on the flat earth map. And therefore, you cannot tell the difference. The only reason that you believe what you believe is because that's what you have been taught to believe without questioning it. Now, this is not something new. You know, everyone has known this for 5,000 years. All ancient civilizations, all the way up. I mean, this map is 1892. It says scientifically and practically correct. This is not something new. This has always been like this. And then the last 100 years, with these fake government agencies, especially NASA in the last 50 years, has convinced you otherwise. Now look, even the ice wall itself is named all the way around it. Now all of a sudden that we live on a globe, all those places are gone, they don't exist anymore. Well, how did they exist in 1892, but they don't exist now? And as you can see right here on the map, it says Antarctic Circle. It doesn't say Antarctic continent, because it's a circle of ice that surrounds the earth and holds all of the oceans in. So anyways, that is how you circumnavigate on a flat earth. It's really, really simple. Thanks for watching, and God bless.
Notice that he mentioned a circle, that map was a circle, right? Let's get into some scriptures right quick. And this is Isaiah 40:22. It is he that sitteth upon the circle, keyword, circle, the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. So that tent to dwell in is the firmament, the dome. That circle, just like he said, is that ice wall, right? Let's get the definition of the circle. And we're going to go to the concordances for that. It says a circle, circuit, compass, compassive, a compass. We know what a compass look like, but a circle is not a ball. You can't get four corners on a ball, but you can get four corners on a circle. And you have people that believe or won't challenge that NASA went to the outer space, that there's an outer space out there. When you look outside at dark, what color is the sky? Because when I look out, when it get dark, it's blue. It's still blue. It's not what they depict in so-called outer space or whatnot. And why every time you see a video of them showing outer space, NASA showing outer space, there's never no stars. And it's pitch black. You really got to look into this so-called landing of the moon, this so-called going into outer space, leaving its atmosphere. The Most High said he put a firmament from the waters above to the waters below. Genesis 1:6 or 1:7, either or. But here's another video. This is explaining how the eclipse is come to be.
Okay, so here is the very basics of how the sun and the moon work on a flat earth. So the earth is the flat level plane below us, we have the firmament above us, and the moon and the sun are rotating within us, and they rotate on different cycles throughout the year. So these three lines that you see represent the different seasons and the different ways that the sun is closer to us, and it just changes throughout the year. So this is a very basic video showing you how this works, and at this moment is going to show you exactly how an eclipse takes place. So you see the sun pass under the moon right here, or over the moon. It does both depending on if it's a lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse. The sun will go under, the moon will go, or the moon will go under. So here we go, take a peek. Boom. Eclipse. Now here's a real life example caught on film. It's very So in case you don't quite get it yet, here it is again. The sun goes above the moon is going under, which is casting its shadow, which is creating the eclipse. Makes perfect sense. It's just phenomenal how God created this world. Look at that. This is the explanation for eclipse. Hope that helped.
Makes perfect sense on a flat earth. Let's get into some more scripture. Let's do that. This is Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. So if you believe in a globe round earth, in this outer space out there, by default, you believe we come from monkeys, and you believe that the Most High didn't create this earth. This is Genesis 1:6. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Genesis 1:7. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. So again, as I said before, the waters above and the waters below. That's water up there on top of the firmament. I mean, it's a lot of people, you know. I was on Facebook, and me and this guy, we was going back and forth. His evidence as far as NASA going to the moon was Obadiah 1:4, saying that Esau was going to set his nest on the stars. That don't say that they went to the moon. Where in that scripture do it say that they went to the moon? You add to the scripture. It doesn't say anything about the moon in that scripture. And that's what he used as evidence that NASA went to the moon. Let's get more scripture. Isaiah, he knew the difference between a circle and a ball. This is Isaiah 22:18. He will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country. There shalt thou die, and there the chariots of thy glory shall be the shame of thy Lord's house. So right there, it's the difference between a ball and a circle. If I draw a circle on a paper, it's a circle. It's not a ball. I can draw 4 corners in that circle. As far as the 4 corners of the earth, again, proof that the Most High made this earth. He have made the earth by his power. He have established the world by his wisdom, and have stretched out the heavens by his discretion. The Most High made this earth. Genesis 1:15. And let them be for lights in the firmament. In the firmament, right? So we have the sun and the moon inside of the firmament. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made 2, this is Genesis 1:16. And God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. It never mentioned anything about planets. Where do these planets come from? It's some stuff that was made up, and we believed it. We was taught as babies. What did and I should have brought this scripture with me, but I'm paraphrasing this scripture as far as training the child while they're young, and when they grow up, they will never leave from from that training, from what you taught them. Paraphrasing. I know I tore it up or whatever, but y'all know that scripture though. Genesis 1:17. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. Now, a lot of people like to say that outer space is heaven. But right here, and God set them in the firmament of the heavens. So my understanding that the heavens is the skies. You know, you have your stages of heaven, but the heaven that he's talking about right here is the skies. Let's continue. You already got that one. This is Isaiah 51:13. And forgettest the Lord thy maker, that hath stretched forth the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth, and has feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, as if he were ready to destroy. And where is the fury of the oppressor? So right there. And laid the foundations. Now, if you study a foundation, you know a foundation is flat and level. I can do this all day. Isaiah 42:5. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith God the Lord, he that created the heavens and stretched them out, he that spreadeth forth the earth, and that which cometh out of it, he that giveth breath unto the people upon it, and spirit to them that walk therein. So the Most High, again, proof he made this earth. Proverbs 8:27, who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever. So the earth is not moving. The sun and the moon is moving. And here's proof, right? And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and has not to go down about a whole day. So right here, Joshua 10:13, right here, more proof. The Most High made the sun stand still. Write these scriptures down for yourself. Now I got one more video to play, and then I got one more scripture. So let me get this video, and I'll be back with this last scripture.
Others believe the earth is flat and there's an impenetrable ice wall that goes around the disk. Okay. Then there's a firmament, great dome that encapsulates the flat earth and everything in it. They believe that the sun and the moon rotate around the outer edge of the disk. Debunkers are always like, there's not that many scriptures, it doesn't say, but there's actually a lot if you really start digging into it. NASA will tell you that the earth orbits around the sun, yet Joshua stopped the sun and the moon.
You have Hezekiah in the story of the sundial going backwards 10 degrees. Even in Genesis, where do you see God spin the earth and send it into orbit around something not even made for 4 days?
Right.
Because he doesn't make the sun until 4 days later in the creation account. Psalms 19, I think it's 1-6. For the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit, this is speaking of the sun, unto the ends of the earth, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. Sounds like the sun is moving in a circuit or circle, not the earth. Okay, you were bringing this up. There are over 60 scriptures that reference the sun, the moon, and the stars moving. And do you know how many references there are to the earth moving or spinning in an orbital or otherwise motion?
How many?
Settle.
Yeah.
Y'all might want to run that video back to get to other scripture. I forgot about that scripture that she had named. Now, I want to explain as far as the season, how the season goes. And when I found this out, I was like, it's easy now to explain the flat earth. You have your winter solstice and your summer solstice. I hope I'm saying it right. But in the wintertime, say for instance, you're staying in America, right? The sun is going around and it's further from America. It's further from the northern countries. And it's out toward the southern countries, Africa, South America, Australia. It's going around them countries in the wintertime. That's why it's still hot in Africa in January or February. That's why it's still hot in these other countries. But in the summertime, the sun comes closer and is circling in closer That's why your days get longer. That's why it's hotter. Your summertime, summer solstice. Winter solstice is going toward, the sun would be toward the outer. Summer solstice would be your inner, where the sun was rotating and you getting longer days. Right? It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Now, my question for anybody who want to try to answer this question, I've been throwing this question out there for like about 5 years now, and nobody, has no explanation for this question I'm about to ask. Which scripture now? Now, this is Deuteronomy 7:6. And it reads, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth." Now, when he says the face of the earth, the question is, on a globe map, where is your face of the earth at? On a globe map, on a globe sphere, where is your face of the earth at? Now, on a flat earth, let me get a video right quick. On a flat earth, for example, on a flat earth, you can see the face of the earth. You can see every continent. You can see everything on the face of the earth. Let me get it right quick. Okay, you see right here. You see the flat earth. You can see all the continents, right? That's your face of the earth. That's the whole earth on a flat earth map. Now, on a globe, where is the face of the earth at? And that's my questions for anybody who want to answer this question. With that being said, I'm going to end this video, and I will see you on the next video. First, before I leave, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to our Creator, Yahweh, through His Son, Yahweh Shah. And tomorrow, because it's the 19th right now, midnight, so I'll probably be putting this video out sometime tomorrow afternoon, on the 19th, tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow, Saturday, we will be going live, me and the wifey. So I hope y'all be there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, like, share, and subscribe to this channel, please. Support this channel. Also, with that being said, I'm going to go and get out of here. This your boy OG Obadiah, coming to you with another video. I'm going to say shalom.